Hello. Welcome. Remain as calm as possible. You are in the way station. That's right. The in-between life and the hereafter. You've died. That's right. You're dead. And you've passed on through the veil. Du bist tot. Ja. You're finished. Done. It's over. Your journey has ended in life. And now you're in the way station, awaiting your reincarnation to the next life. Isn't that exciting? Ah, yes. And I have your paperwork right here. We're going to get to it. You know, you'd think in heaven, in limbo, in nirvana, in the void, you would think there wouldn't be need for paperwork and clipboards and typewriters, but you'd be wrong. Bureaucracy never ends. So, let me bring up your file. Right here. Okay. Enter. And I will get your paperwork. Let's see what we have here. Oh, your name is Dr. Andrew Michaels. Well, I haven't seen you in quite a while. It's been a while. And reason for dying? Do you really want to know? It's always something, isn't it? You were hit by a bus. That is the best way to go, isn't it? And it's over. Just you stepped out in front of a bus. That's what it says right here. You magically stepped out in front of a bus on an empty Chicago street. Let's see if there's some details here. Oh, you're going to like this. Do you really want to know? I like it, but I don't know if you will. It seems you were reporting on the Epstein files, and you were told to stop talking about it, and because you didn't, you accidentally, magically, quite extraordinarily, jumped in front of a moving bus in the middle of the city going 60 miles an hour down an empty street. So, in case you haven't figured it out yet, you were murdered. It's right here in your paperwork. It's wonderful the details they go into on these situations. It's quite remarkable. I like that word. Remarkable. Do you like that? I think it has a little twinge to it, like a little sweet, little supple, little word that just comes off the lips and through the tongue, like a good soft Jello pudding, you know, kind of like a Bill Cosby kind of thing, you know, it just kind of slides off the tongue like some silky, soft, smooth, succulent Jello pudding, you know, remarkable. I love it. 3 syllables too. Remarkable. That's 4 syllables. Oh, you know, it's been a long time since I've been in high school, grammar school. Yes, you do. You have to have a degree to get a job here because the computer techs, they can do a little bit to help us along, but you really need a degree now to do social work in the reincarnation field. It's quite demanding work, because there's so much red tape that just look at this, for instance. Like, when you were murdered, I know you're a little upset, but you just have to calm down. It happens to all of us sometime. I was murdered at least 3 or 4 times before I ended up here. It just happens. You have to cope with it. It's actually quite remarkable that it bothers you so much. I don't even know why you talk about those Epstein files. There's nothing there. Stop talking about it. That's all. That's all they're asking. Stop talking about it. I like how protective they are of these Epstein files for a man who's been dead for, 7, 8 years now. When there's nothing there, but of course his cohort, Miss Maxwell, is in the pokey for it. Get the old pokey in the pokey. She was a sex fiend, working for a sex fiend. I'm sure the pokey part, the Pokemon part's all right for her. Yeah, not very subtle jibe there, but I have thought about this, and I think maybe you should stop talking about it. When I send you back, that is. And you are going to go back. Don't you want to be reincarnated and spend some more time on the prime material plane? Would you like that? Okay. So here we have in your file that the last time we reincarnated you, you were killed by Richard Nixon. And then you took possession of your grandson's soul and body, and that brought us to today, 2025. And of course now you are dead because you were flattened by a bus. Flatlined. Get it? There's like a little, you were flattened by a bus, but then your heart flatlined. See? So it's like a segue. It's not a very good one. It's not a pun, but sometimes I get a little caught up in my ruminations. I just want to say colorful words and just how wonderful the world is now. It's a beautiful day out. Here at the way station, we just don't get a lot of action. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, like action. It's like that song, that old disco song, I want some action, But I digress. It's more important that we look at your file here. So, let's see what we have here. Okay. Scroll down there a little bit. So this will be your 4th reincarnation since 1939. You've had 2 out-of-body experiences. How were those for you? Okay. And so you are a little limited, just a little limited about where we can send you. We can definitely send you back to North America. You can take possession of either your great-grandson or yes, you can take possession of your great-grandson. He does resemble you quite a bit in your younger years. You could do that. It's not a true reincarnation. It's more of a possession. But I'm not sure if you want to do that. Because you've... Okay. So, that being said, the only other option you have is we could send you to Australia, mate. Would you like to go to Australia, mate? Have a little adventure down under. A little southern hemispherical life to kind of broaden your horizons, or you just want to stay in the northern hemisphere for now? Okay. I'll let you think. I'll let you ponder on that. I like that word too, ponder. I'd like to ponder the question. I'd like to sit here and ruminate. I'd like to ruminate on it. I'd like to dwell on it. I want to dwell on my answer. I like to be thoughtful. I love people who are absolutely stupid people. I really do. They're absolutely stupid people, like flat earthers, young earth creationists, anti-vax deniers, yes, kitty diddlers. They all kind of run in the same group. Yeah, they make excuses for all their malfeasance. But when I get them here, oh, do we have fun. Most of them we send back as ferrets or rabbits. So they can just, plunk the night away to their little heart's desire. And, there's a lot of truth to it. I mean, do it like rabbits is quite apropos, very apropos. And there's very little difference between a flat earther and a kitty diddler. Very, very, very little difference. It's mostly in the technique. That's the only difference. If you think about that for a while, the thoughts that go through your mind might be quite diabolical. But I assure you that was an appropriate comparison. Very, very, very apt comparison. But yes, we get them down to the earth. We get them down on the earth, where closer to the dirt part is very important here. Back into the dirt where they belong, and they can procreate to keep it PG friendly on YouTube. Little jazz hands. You've got to watch those words. Words will get you in trouble here. But I like that one though. Yes, but there's certain words you can't say, of course. But and there's certain things you shouldn't ask about, and of course we know that. So we don't want to reiterate that remarkable situation that's going on right now. Totally remarkable situation where we are out to protect lists of kitty diddlers over more important things in life, like maybe saving the people of Ukraine from daily bombardment, or spare 1,000 Russians from dying every day in a meat grinder. I mean, there's more important things than that, like whether or not Senator F-Face plunked a juvenile in Jeffrey Epstein's island. I mean, that would be absolutely an abomination. And I love how, let me just check something here. And I love how everybody got elected on the fact that these abominations were supposedly taking place in a Comet Pizza Place basement that doesn't exist. Yet, well, that is an electable subject. But when it comes to their own malfeasance and debauchery, I like debauchery. Do you like that word? They seem to be quite absent from taking responsibility, or at least for spreading it around. It brings me back to like that living, and I'm sorry you're dead. I'm sorry you're dead, Dr. Andrew Michaels, from that bus. It really does suck the big one. You thought I was going to say something very flowerful, very colorful language, but then I just went, oh, it sucks the big one. Use both hands. You use both hands because they're still going to call you one. They're still going to call you one. Whether you use one hand or both, they're still going to call you one. So you might as well just put both hands on it. Just put it in there. I'm telling you, I have had the best time this week. I don't know what's gotten into me, but I am just shot out of a cannon. Woo! I hope you're enjoying this right now, because I sure as hell am. I don't have a problem with the both hands thing either. I mean, if you're going to do it right. I mean, get it over with. I mean, just, if you need a little hand lotion on the face, you might as well get it over with, because that's the end result. I don't even think that's a double entendre. I think I put it right out there. I like that word too. Double entendre or triple entendre. Let's go for a quadruple entendre. Three-way, somebody's always left out of the clutch. So let's do a quad. If you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. So that's what I always say. But anyway, I just love how those poor little athletes down at Ohio State University, OH, ready? Do it with me now. OH, that's right. I-O. Everybody's buying their merch and supporting the team and filling up the Horseshoe Arena, sold out crowds, burning couches on High Street down in Columbus, Ohio. And there's Jim Jordan just allowing some sports doctor to rape and molest a whole generation of athletes for a good part of 20 years. Now he just denies it ever happened because it might affect his election or his position in the Congress. Oh, I wouldn't want to do that now, would we? We wouldn't want to hurt all those poor little political aspirations of Mr. Jim Jordan, the absolute piece of scum from... Where's the buses? Where are these buses when Jim Jordan's walking the streets? That's the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question. I'm going to tell you something. If Jim Jordan went on CNN or Fox News and drank a bottle of strychnine, I would just sit there and go, no, stop him. Don't do it. No, don't. Stop. Don't do it. You know, I mean, have you ever really thought about it? It's not that you wish death upon someone. And death is not as final as everybody thinks. I mean, here we are in the way station, being reincarnated as we speak. But, you know, it still kind of hurts. It kind of hurts when you die. It's kind of like, you know, it's a bad day when you die, you know. There's a good day at Black Rock, and then there's a bad day at Black Rock. The bad day at Black Rock is when you're Ernest Borgnine and you're getting your ass kicked by us, Spencer Tracy. I mean, anytime a one-armed man whoops your ass, you kind of got to reevaluate your priorities in life. So, but poor Ernest Borgnine, always the heavy in those early movie roles, and I really think it's sad because I loved him in Marty. Have you ever seen Marty? Oh, such a wonderful movie, Marty. He won the Academy Award for it, I believe, or it was at least nominated. I don't know. I'm not up on these things as I should be. But Ernest Borgnine, what a staunch, handsome man. He wasn't pretty. He's actually a kind of ugly mofo, to be honest. I mean, he's kind of like a gnarly, kind of gross-looking little stumpy, round, chubby kind of guy, you know. But he was masculine. He was a very masculine man. Very masculine. Well, I think it's important. He was a very, very masculine, handsome. See, handsome's kind of like an umbrella. See, for men. See, they have all these words for women to define their beauty or their sexuality. But when it comes to men, we have that overarching, oh, he's such a handsome man. We don't say, oh, he's quite becoming, or, oh, he's such a pretty guy. Oh, that Brad Pitt. Ooh. That's pretty. That's like, you know, that's not describing him properly as a man. But when you say Ernest Borgnine, now there's a man. He's quite handsome, isn't he? He's a handsome little round troll of a man with a little pudgy bulldog face and nasty demeanor and a voice that makes you want to eat chalk and lick dirt right off of a asbestos pipe. So, but Ernest had a lot of, you know, qualities. He was quite the actor. He was a character actor. You'll see him in like the Poseidon Adventure. You know, he was a policeman in that one. You know, From Here to Eternity, he killed Frank Sinatra. That's a big one. I've helped Frank Sinatra. I sent him back. Actually, that's a good word too. Actually, it's quite remarkable what we did with Frank Sinatra and the rest of the Rat Pack. As they all expired, we sent them all back, and quite a few of them ended up in boy bands. Bet you didn't know that. Yes. Of course, there's Dino, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Peter Lawford. They all got sent back and joined boy bands. And, they're having quite the life now. Dino got his second chance. And then, of course, his dear ex-partner, Jerry Lewis, is now back on Earth, serving detention. I don't want to tell you much more than that. Jerry was quite the bad boy. Lady, there at the end. So, quite nasty to his family and his first family and his children from the first marriage. So, Jerry's got a little bit of penance to do down on heaven. Not getting access to many lox and bagels where he's at in detention. But I digress. It would be nice to see Dino and Jerry hook back up again and, have that comedy duo, that special kind of magic they had. That je ne sais quoi quality about their, that's a nice word, je ne sais quoi. Kind of that wunderbar type spectacular manifestation of their talents. Manifestation. I like that word. I hope someday we can have a manifestation of your talents, my dear man. I'm not one. I'm not. But if I was, Dean Martin, he's pretty tasty over there. Hello, Dino. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. I'm not saying. I'm just saying, have you ever thought about it? I mean, I know everybody's hung up on Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, the Titanic, Oh, he's so handsome. And that vampire Edward Cullen guy that I don't get that at all. I don't understand it. I just, ladies, please. There are so many fish out there in the sea. I mean, my goodness. Please, ladies, please. Edward Cullen, I mean, what the hell? I don't even understand those vampire movies. There's werewolves, there's vampires. The vampires shine in the sun. They run up hills like Benny Hill. I just don't get it. It rains in Seattle, but it doesn't rain that much in Seattle. I mean, it's not that cloudy there. So, I'm all over the place. But, classic beauties, the classic little cute boy, he's so cute. But, my money's on the singer, the crooner, if you will. Never liked Frank Sinatra. Never liked Frank, And now it's time for the big day when we trim the tree. No. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Frank didn't do it for me, but Dino, now there. Dino, hello. Oh, just put a lot out there today. I almost crossed the line there. I'm starting to feel like Jerry Lewis. I love my partner. But that's so let's get you set up now before I have another fabulous furry freak out here. So, and I used to love reading those Freak Brother comics. Oh, I love the fabulous furry Freak Brothers. And I love the cat, Freddy's cat. Those were the days when I could just sit back and watch them journey across the United States in their microbus, getting stranded in West Virginia or some other godforsaken place, and just watching everyone get high and then basically drop dead by the end of the comic. Except the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, who would of course survive and go on to another adventure. Those pricks. But anyway, what do we do with you? Now, I do have something here. I have something in Omaha, Nebraska. Let's see, let me turn my monitor here a little bit. And I have something here in Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio. Okay, so we have Nebraska, Ohio. Let's see, what else do we have here? No? Not interested? Okay. Tired of Ohio, huh? The swamp, the northern swamp. You have Louisiana, Florida, right? Alabama, Mississippi, and then you have Ohio. The swamps of Ohio. They're the swamps of the United States. Yeah, Ohio's a swamp. Yeah. I've been to Louisiana, I've been to Florida, Mississippi, Alabama. It ain't no different there than it is here in Ohio. Ohio's just a dirty, nasty swamp. But I digress. Let's stay focused. Okay, we have something here in Pittsville. Pittsville, Arizona. Does that sound good? No, not Pittsville, Arizona. Wait. It's the pits in Arizona where I was going to send you. But it's actually Sedona. Would you like to go to Sedona, Arizona? I know some people from Sedona, and it's quite wonderful. It's very nice. It's literally hot all the time, and you wish you were dead. But the air is clean. The environment's very fresh. Because everything's dead there, because it burns up. And then it dies. But, would you... Sedona? Does that sound good? No? Okay, let's take another look. Not sending you to Seattle. That's not happening. Okay, how about something Canadian? A little Canadian flavor. Some tomato potato chips, maybe, in your future. Some, decked all out and zesty Mordant chips and some ketchup chips. And some of that, fancy candy bars they sell there. Those honeycomb candy bars are so good there. Let's see what we have here. And then, of course, you've got that gravy and French fry poutine crap. You know, I don't know how they eat that garbage. And then you go to, like, the coffee shop and you get poutine. Like, who the hell thought that was going to work? But it does. It works. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit of, what do they call that? Horton's Place. So, here a Horton, here a who. So, anyway, we've got something in Toronto, Canada. How's that sound? No? You want to go back to Ohio? I guess when you've been around the world, you always go back to your home. So you want to go back to Akron? Okay, well, let's work on that then. Okay, Akron. And send you back right away to Akron, Ohio. You're going to get an adult certification. You're going to go back as an adult so that you can solve your own murder. Get that in there. All right. And you're going to take possession of your great-grandson's body. Okay. All right. You really are a prick, you know that, ruining his life. So, I'm just saying. All right, and we just have to get some paperwork here. We'll just have to do a final... Oh, who killed you with the bus? Oh, wait, hang on a minute. I have his name right here. I just got to countersign you. Okay, I'll just have you sign there and initial there, and there. Okay, so initial there, and there, and then sign up above my name. Okay, where I signed and dated. We do have dates up here. In fact, I have a date later myself. I'm going to a wedding. Oh, yes, I am. A very young lady who grew up with my daughter is getting married. And my beautiful daughter is going to be in the wedding as one of the bridesmaids. Oh, it's going to be so nice. it's a country wedding out in the country. No stuffy, nasty, hot Christian church, just out in the woods. Not the woods, but out in the field where they have those marriage chapels and the outside wedding. It's going to be quite an extraordinary event. I can't wait to go myself. I just think it's going to be lovely. So I get to go do that today. I bet you didn't know that was going on in the afterlife. Well, we do have a very active social life here in the afterlife, because you got to face facts. Even though since COVID, workloads dropped quite a bit, and we're expecting a lot more death now that all these programs are being canceled in the United States to keep people alive. So there's going to be a lot more murder going on in the near future with these internment camps that they're building, these death camps that they're building in the United States. So, but that's besides the point. These trivial things, this is not important. There's nothing to see here. There's nothing to worry about. Everything's just fine. It doesn't matter if women have food and shelter and medicine for their children. It's not very important. We can just dispense of all that. And who needs Sesame Street? Mr. Rogers died a long time ago, so PBS is, Bob Ross is gone, Crocodile Hunter's gone. There's really no reason for PBS anymore. So, and who needs NPR? We don't need fair and balanced coverage. So I got you all in there. Now you're ready to go, and I'm ready to send you back to Earth. Do you have any further questions for me before I let you depart for life again on a new and remarkable journey? Remarkable, isn't it? How life goes on. Oh my God, Dr. Andrew Michaels, you are one sexy motherfucker. I do look good today. Ooh, I want to kiss you. You look so good, you little bastard. Okay, so any questions? I was just inside my mind. Oh, Charles Nelson Riley there. He comes out sometimes. He's kind of... just, little... Get focused. Get back on the right path. Hide it. So, okay, any questions? No? Okay. Well, how about I let you go, and I'll get back to processing your paperwork, and you can go back to finding out who hit you with that bus. Oh, you want the name? Let's see if I have the name here. Yes. Here is the name. Hold it to your memory. Do you know it? Do you know this person? Oh, it's always the ones closest to us. I'm glad you know who he is. I just hope when I send you back, you retain that memory. I'll put in a rider for you, and that's the best I can do. See you soon, Dr. Andrew Michaels, on your next adventure. I hope you can take on that grok drone and figure out who killed you, who was behind it. AI is very, very dangerous. Beware this grok. It's not what you think it is. Until I see you again, Dr. Andrew Michaels. Have a most blessed day and remarkable life. Remarkable. It sounds so good. Rolling off the tongue. Just like chocolate jello pudding. getting